With college football right around the corner, have you ever simply thought about what separates Division 1, 2, and 3 of the NCAA? It's more than just talent. It's scholarships, enrollment, attendance, and even game day revenue. Whether you're tailgating in the SEC or cheering on a D3 underdog, each level of college sport offers a totally different world. And in this video, we go and break it down. So guys, as we dive into this, go ahead and put in the comments section which is your favorite team that you root for, whether it be Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, or if you attended a Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 schools, let us know in the comments section below. So the NCAA, National Collegiate Athletics Association, organizes college sports into three major divisions. You've got Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. Each has its own rules around competition, scholarships, school size, revenue, all those different type of things. Let's go ahead and get right to it from the start. Division 1, the elite level of college athletics where powerhouse schools live and breathe sports. Think Alabama football for the longest time, Duke basketball, and UConn women hoops. Institutional requirements for Division 1, at least 7 sports for men and 7 for women, or 6 for men and 8 for women. It must include at least 2 team sports for each gender, basketball, soccer, etc., and the sports must be spread across an academic year, fall, winter, and spring. Schools must provide athletic scholarships for at least 50% of sports. The institution must sponsor a minimum number of scholarships to spend a minimum amount on athletics. Required to meet financial aid minimums, for example, FBS football schools must offer at least 90% of the maximum number of scholarships allowed over a 2-year rolling period. Facilities and attendance for FBS football schools must average at least 15,000 in actual or paid attendance per home game over a 2-year rolling average. They also, of course, have to meet minimum schedule requirements, playing the majority of their games versus other Division I programs. When we're talking about D1 athletes, most D1 athletes are on full rides. This is a big draw for the top talents. The median school enrollment for Division 1 is roughly 12,500 students. Athletic scholarships for Division 1, you get full scholarships, are very common in Division 1. D1 schools can offer up to roughly 85 full scholarships for football, FBS, 63 for FCS, formerly known as D1AA, 13 for men's basketball, and then you have roughly around 15 for women's basketball. Schools can also stack partial scholarships too, depending on the sport. Your average football attendance in D1, FBS schools are around 41,000 fans per game. All right, so now Division 2. What I would say is the nice comfort zone, maybe the best of both worlds. You're thinking about schools like Grand Valley State, Colorado School of the Mines, Valdosta State, Ferris State. There's a lot of really good programs out there in the Division 2. Division 2 is where athletes still play at a high level sports, but with a bit more balance between athletics and academics. Institutional requirements for Division 2, at least 5 sports for men, or 5 for women, or 4 for men and 6 for women, at least 10 varsity sports, spread out across fall, winter, and spring seasons. Division 2 schools are allowed to offer athletic scholarships, but typically fewer than Division 1. They are often use partial scholarships rather than full rides. The school must demonstrate financial commitment to its athletic programs, not necessarily at the Division I level though. And of course, teams must play a minimum number of games against other NCAA or 4-year institutions. A set percentage of competition must be against Division II opponents. Your median school enrollment for these schools are about 2,500 to 4,500. Of course, there's outliers and there's some underliers to that. Most athletes for these Division II schools get a mix of athletic aid, academic scholarships, and the need-based help, based off help. Full rides can be rare, but they're not impossible at the D2. But costs are often covered through stacking. Games may not pack 90,000 fans at these schools, but don't let that fool you. D2 teams are competitive and their communities are passionate. You're still going to see a lot of really good talent at these Division II schools. They just might be a little bit underrated coming out of high school. And then, of course, you get these now with the transfer portal. You're starting to see these guys have even more opportunities going from that D2 level. They ball out a little bit. Now you see them get some opportunities and climb up into Division I football. Still great talent, maybe a little bit of a difference as far as the speed and the power that you might get from Division I, but still a lot of great competition and competitiveness at that level. Division III. This is where I would tend to say it's more just for the love of the game when you're talking about Division III athletics. Division III is where student athletes compete because they love the game. They're not getting any athletic scholarships here. It's passion, academics, and then your grit. Institutional requirements for D3 must offer at least 10 varsity sports, at least 5 men and 5 women's, or 4 men's and 6 women's across their fall, winter, and spring. No athletic scholarships. Athletic scholarships are not allowed in Division III. Financial aid must be awarded based off academics, need, or other non-athletic factors. This creates a level playing field focused on student experiment over athletic prowess. A minimum number of contests must be played against other NCAA or four-year institutions. School must primarily compete against other Division III programs, must follow Division III playing or practice season regulations, which tend to limit time demands on these student athletes. Division III, philosophy and purpose, academic success and broad-based participation, athletics as part of a well-rounded college experience, lower emphasis on commercialism and high-pressure competition. Average football attendance for D3, of course, are going to be a lot smaller. Your average attendance, about 1,200 fans per game. Average football revenue, under $1 million annually. And of course, that can be quite a bit lower for depending on the schools that we're talking about Division III. Don't think for a second that just because it's Division III that there's not great talent there. A lot of these players in Division III were some of the best players on their high school football teams, but they were not very heavily recruited coming out of high school. Or simply some of these players just really didn't want to pursue maybe their favorite sport at that highest level, but they wanted to go ahead and pursue other avenues academically, but not give up their sport. These are still high-level competitions going on. It's just a different way of living in the D3 division. And of course, now with the transfer portal being as open as ever, a lot of these guys are even getting more opportunities now to ball out in D3, get transfer opportunities into D2, and they find themselves maybe the elite of the best, find themselves in D1. So guys, in a pretty short video, that sums up the differences between Division I, Division II, Division III. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and let us know who your favorite teams are in Division I, Division II, or Division III. And if you have attended any schools at that, we'd like to hear from you in the comment section below. Until next time, stay humble, stay kind. Peace.